This is the Yerushalmi Berachos Daf Tzadi, according to the article of other editions. And in the we're actually going to start from the bottom of Peitas on the base, beginning with Sudya Ros Levon B'Chidusha, which is the last line. And that and in the Vilna, it's on Samachay Omid Aleph, about 10 lines down, so a little base and then an asterisk. And the interesting thing about today is that today the Yerushalmi in the Vilna edition has exceeded the Yerushalmi in the Bavli in the Vilna edition. It's one of the rare Masechtas which is longer in the Yerushalmi than the Bavli. In the Bavli, in terms of blot, and Bavli is 60 it goes to Daf Samach Dalid, it starts in Daf Beis, and in Yerushalmi it goes to Daf Samach Ches and starts in Daf Aleph. A few other mistakes like that, at least one in Horios is one that comes to mind. I'm not sure there are more offhand. This interesting phenomenon. Of course, in the article, it's much longer because already up to Tzadi. Okay, so we are starting again from the bottom page. Something you see is the moon in its newness. As the moon, when the moon is waxing, the same Mechadesh Chodesh. The question is, how long is it waxing? What can make the bracha? Rabbi Yaakov Bracha b'Shem Rabbi Yossi actually took Chatzi Hamateh. This is till half of it is seen. Not sure how the word mateh applies here. The Rashi has mitasa, its bed. It's I guess the bed of the moon. In any event, until which would be till around 7 days after the Moed. Until it's fully waxed, which is about 15 days after 14 days after the Moed. But 14 days after the Moed. There's a difference because as we know, in the Hebrew months between Moed and Moed, there's Kati Av Tach Tzad, 29 days. 12 hours and 793 halakim. So technically it's waxing until halfway through that and then begins waning. So it's somewhat more than 14 days, but less than 15 days. Because if it was 30 days between Moladas to be 15 days, it's somewhat less. So so according to Rabbinic concern, it's rounded to 14. It's appropriate what the Rabban Kesar say. Hakol arbas klumi size kumas el ad arbas yom. Does it get fully? Does it get full until before 14 days? Kol arbas yom tzarich levarech. So all 14 days he has to make the bracha. B'tfila sounds like you were talking about Rosh Chodesh davening, not about. The Kiddush Levana anymore. We say B'tfila Rabbi Yossi ben Noah Omer Mekadesh Yisrael Mekadesh Chadashim. So it's that's more. That's how you would make Chasimas HaBracha in Musaf of Rosh Chodesh. Rashi Omer Mekadesh Yisrael V'Rosh Chadashim, which is in fact what we do, and it's interesting because Mechadesh Chodashim would mean HaKadosh Baruch Hu is Mechadesh Chodashim, but which we want to stress that we do Mechadesh Yisrael V'Rosh Chodashim. So we want to stress Am Yisrael's part in being Mechadesh the Chodesh. Shmuel Amar Tzorich Lamar V'Asienu, even though Rosh Chodesh have to say V'Asienu, which is not our minhag today. Amar Tzorich La'askir B'Zman. You have to mention the Zman, and the Zman here means the. Moshe says, "V'titein lanu es yom Rosh Chodesh hazeh." Tana Rabbi Yosha v'il sos u'modim yamim u'shonim. The Moshe says, "Bikan remez l'shemvorchen cham tkufasa." This is a hint at our making a bracha on the sun when it comes to this full cycle. V'zel v'shonim shein ela mishonim u'lishonim. This is for years. What is the years referring to here? So understand that they're osos, right? They're signs, moadim, yomim. All these things are determined by the sun and moon. But what is the determination by for a year. You can't determine by a year. So he says, actually, you can't determine by a year. I'm not sure, so I like that interpretation. But anyway, he's saying that Remez Havana v'chidusha milamoadim sheshlosh modim la'mahalcha levana mischashvi. It's a remez for Rosh Chodesh and also for the Birkas Hachama. And I'm not so sure why we have to say that. It would seem that it could also be it's saying that this is for the reason why the moon is so important for us. And it's a very cryptic line to what exactly it's doing here, but either it's coming to tell us about the Rosh Chodesh, or it's going to tell us about Birkas Chama, but the Pnei Moshe says both. Over Ben Akvaras Mamer, somebody's passing between graves, shifting gears. What do you say? Baruch Atah Hashem Chaya Mesim. Baruch Ne'eman B'dvarav Chaya Mesim. He's trustworthy in his word and is Chaya Mesim as he promised. He who knows your number, the number of those who are dead, who will arouse you. Yigala Esa Farmi Anechem, and remove the dirt from upon your eyes. Baruch Atah Hashem Chaya Mesim. God created you with justice. Is sustained with justice. Took you away with justice. Is eventually going to bring you back with justice. He who knows your number, he should reveal the dirt from over your eyes. Hadahu the Tamar b'Meisei Israel. That's why you see Kavarim of Am Yisrael, Meisei Mosuma, but you see a basic force of the nations of the world. Omer says, this is the, since we have a Torah Shalom in the article, which is kind of a negative, but I guess we're assuming that at the time of Chazal that the people were buried there were of the Avodah Zarah, and therefore it's a denigrating pasuk. Somebody sees a rainbow in the clouds. Omer Baruch Atah Hashem Zocher Bris. He remembers the covenant. Say both Ne'eman v'Brisa is trusted in his bris and he remembers the bris. All the time Hashem was alive, the rainbow was not seen in the sky because the rainbow reminds Kodesh Baruch Hu not to destroy the world, and the Rabbi Shimon Yochai's generation, his schus was enough to keep the world from being destroyed. Now, when I looked into it several years ago, it's hard to say the natural phenomenon of a rainbow not occurred during days. There are other types of rainbows. I forget, I think it's called fire rainbows, something like that, which occurs higher up in the sky. And here, in fact, it says in the clouds, not the ones which you see down below, perhaps the one that's higher up, and perhaps that's the type of rainbow which did not occur in the days of Hashem Bayachai. Okay, because it may, it says more further, Rabbi Chizkiv Shem Rabbi Yirmiyah came about Rabbi Shimon Chai Omer. So Rabbi Shimon Chai was able to say, Bika Smali Dinar Zav, the hill should be full of gold coins. The Haisam Ismail would be full of gold coins. And this obviously is the Shita, so, and the Bavli that he holds that you don't have to be involved in a Seifas Dogan in gathering and working the world, working the fields and such like, because you get a parnasa by filling the hillsides full of gold. No, that was not serious. Rabbi Chizishem Rabbi Shimon Chai Omer. There's something Shimon Chai used to say, but I believe it's about the Sukkah. And you see Bnei Olam Haba. I saw people in Olam Haba who people are worthy of Olam Haba. Matim Hein. There are very few of them. In Tlasin, if they're 30, no Bri Minon, I and my son are from them. In training, if they're 2, no Bri Inun, I and my son are them. So the Pasha doesn't mean that people are going to get to Olam Haba. Many people get to Olam Haba. People living in a state of Olam Haba in Olam Hazeh. So that's the rights about the Avos and other people that they are living in a state of Olam HaYetzira in the Olam Hasiyah, where the nature would bend to their will. Their will did not have to bend to nature. And of course, another example is Ben Yoyer, Shemachai's son-in-law, who made the river Ginoi stop in order that they should be able to go to Binyan Shvuim. Rabbi Chizkiah b'Shem Rabbi Yirmiyah Kach Rabbi Shimon B'Chai Omer Yikrav Avram min Gabei ad Gabai. In the Bavli, it talks about one of the kings of Yehuda, Yoash, I think. Who was in the Bavli? Yosef ben Uziel. Yosef ben Uziel. Right, the Rashi brings it down. But here it says that if from Avram to me, that Gabai that takes care of that kufa of the world. V'anim mikarev, I mean Gaboy, so called, and I'll be makarev. In other words, I'll be masaking from me until the end of the world generations. V'in lo yitzar v'chia hishiloini imi v'anim makarev kol amo. So it's a little bit difficult what exactly it means here. As he says, the Moshe says, "In last b'schusi yitzarev achia shloni mimi yikarv kuli alma lo lamaba." And so, if it's not enough, we're going to take achia shloni, and our schus will be able to bring the entire world. It's not sure if it refers directly, if it's referring to Am Yisrael, to the entire world, but Pashas, according to Gemara, Karv Kama means that all the nation of Israel will be brought to Olam Haba in our schus if we are. If we're all together, working together. Okay, it says, go on further. Why? Basuras Tovas and rain, the same bracha. Good news in rain, the same bracha. Rabbi Yerushalmi Mayim karim al nefesh, just like cold water on a tired soul. Shmuat Tova Meretz Rechak is a good news from a distant land. So they're linked together. How much rain has to fall in order to make a bracha? Initially, it's the amount of a revia, and this is Gemara is going to explain what it is. At the end, it's in order to rinse off its face. And this is, Moshe explains, in order that to dissolve the top layer of the ground. The Rabbi Shimon says, "B'chil Kedei Revia, initially Kedei Revia, so Kedei Shetisha Magufa, in order to dissolve the cover of a pottery cover." So the Gemara says the Yesh Magufa in these ways can dissolve the pottery cover. El Royas or Kilushua would be as if it would be dissolved. Rabbi Yosef Shem Rabbi Yosef Shem Shmuel B'tchil Kedei Revia V'sov Afilu Koshu. In the beginning, it's Kedei Revia, and the end, it is even a Mashu. So Rabbi Yosef Shem Azira Lahafsi kindness Namra. Let's talk about what is it all talking about here. It means to interrupt Tanesim. In other words, if you fast for rain in the beginning to get to the Kedei Revia, and then if it starts raining already, so when you stop fasting and say, well, that's enough rain. In other words, Kedei Revia Rishona, then stop. So how much more rain do you need in order to stop your second amount of fasting? So this is the question. First of all, so the first two opinions hold that it's significant amount, but to dissolve the surface of the ground, and the other to dissolve a pot cover. According to Tishrei Magufa, literally means I'm feeling guilty about this. Tishrei Magufa really means that it should be soaked. It's the point, the same idea. I guess soaked through is dissolved. In any event, so that means we'd be fasting until we get a significant amount in the second rain. Rabbi Yehuda and Rabbi Shmuel said, no, even a mashu of rain, as long as there had been a revia at first, then you can start fasting the second time when there's a revia. Rabbi Chizkiah, Rabbi Nachum, Rabbi Ada, Bar Avimei Haviyas, when they were sitting. Amar Rabbi Nachum, Rabbi Ada, Bar Avimei, Lo Mistaber L'Bracha Nemra. It makes more. Does it not? Does it not make more sense to say it's in terms of the bracha? When you make a bracha tova meitiv, amalehin, yes. Amar B'chizka Ravada B'Rabim is lo mistarba hefsik tinius nemra. He said it's not mistarba. It says it's to interrupt the fast, like we've said before. Amalei in, yes. Amalei loma martolei hin hachay. Why say hin twice? Which one of us is right? He said yes to both of us. Amalei b'shitas Rebbe. It's in the shita of Rebbe. The Moshe says, "B'shitas Rebbe Asheli Amarti Kain Rabbi Tanchum." There's Rebbe and Rabbi held the same thing as Rabbi Tanchum, and that's why I must ask. Manu Rabbe, who's Rebbe? Zero who Rabbe. Rabbi Zero is Rebbe. Only money Kain Halal Min Leil Rabbi Yosef Zero Mar Kama Hefsik Tais Nemra. Right? So lo okravada by vimei mishmei. So let's see that inside. That's Rebbe. He said the shita my Rebbe. I'm saying told you my shita. I'm going to Rebbe Chizkiah, my Rebbe. So I'm going to say Chizkiah, who's your Rebbe? Amalei is Rebbe Zira. So Rebbe Zira. Amalei v'ana miyam shem Rebbe Yossi. Rebbe Yossi shem Zira. Lavsik tainis kamar. He also holds that it's in terms of hefsek tainis. And not for bracha. Okay. Rabbi Cheska Amar Amavarachidis Geshamim. What bracha would you make on the rain coming down? You make the following bracha. I'm not sure who his father was. Okay, I see a lot of unfortunately going to this whole discussion of Manu Rabbi, but we're just going to leave it as is for now. So, Rabbi Cheska Amar Abba Mevarach Yiskom Yisgav Yisgadas Yisbarach Yisram Shimcha Malkeinu. You should be all those things. I'll call people of the Tipa Shad Morid Lanu. On each and every drop that you bring down for us, Shat Mamnion Zu Mizu. That you separate the drops from each other. So obviously, if separating the drops from each other, there's a Gemara in Basra that says that if two drops come from the same mold, a very difficult Gemara to understand, then they could destroy the entire world. I assume it means that if rain would come down in sheets, like we say when we want to exaggerate, they would be very, very difficult for the world, and it causes destruction. In fact, the rain comes in drops. It means that the word penetrates the ground deeper, and also is not so destructive. Kigar nitfei mayim. This is a pasuk. It says, "Kigar nitfei mayim nezuku matar leido." If you're going to detract from the drops, then it's going to cause the rain is going to be very damaging. So in other words, if the drops contract and form one large entity, it'll be very destructive. Rabbi Yudam V'lo. Now this is Shumaritim b'mida. Again, it's not too. You can use water by measure. Sometimes it's too much. That's not good. But generally speaking, Shemar Mayim Tikem Mida carefully measures the water to bring down. Rabbi Yossi Bar Yaakov Slom Mevakar Rabbi Yudan Migdalaya. He went to visit. Yossi Yaakov went to visit Rabbi Yudan. Migdal Hatu Tamar Nachas Mitra. So while he was there, the rain starts falling. Shama Kole. And he heard his host say, Elef Alafim V'Ribe Vavan, 10,000 upon thousands, 10,000 upon tens of thousands, Anu Chayavin L'Ho L'Shimcha Malkeinu. We have to thank you, Kosh Baruch Hu. Al Kol Tipa V'Tipa Shad Morid on every drop he gives. Shad Komel Tov L'Chayvim. You give people who are guilty favors. Amalei Adominach. How do you know it makes us say such a tefillah? Mehachin Ahava Rabbi Simon Baruch Yerushalmi. My God for Rabbi Simon. But Kama Yerushalmi Yered Yerdu, Kamisham Yerdu, Vehei Bohem Kedei Revia. How much rain has come down? In the article, it looks like one word. Yerdu V'yiyah. So it's Kamisham Yerdu, Vehei Bohem Kedei Revia. So what's Kedei Revia? Mali Kli Maxi Shlosha Tvachim, Divi Rabbi Meir. It has to be fill a vessel which can hold 3 tvachim of rainwater. So the Braswil says we need rain to penetrate 3 tvachim down into the ground, as deep as the plow goes. So therefore, it has to be the amount. If you measure it in a graduated cylinder, it'll be 3 tvachim. Not clear how wide the cylinder is, but I assume it's not so wide. Or it could be that it's a 3 tvachim square. I'm not sure, but that doesn't make sense either. Rabbi Yehuda Omer b'tchila tefach, the first revia is you need at least a tefach. Shnei tvachim, the second revia is 2 tvachim, shlishi shlosha tvachim, and the third revia, because the shli shlosha tvachim. Obviously, he says holds you need gradually more and more rain as the growing season progresses. The water table in the ground for each tefa which comes down rises up 2 tvachim. Obviously, some places the space is taken up by the dirt, so therefore it rises higher, displaces more, the same water, but it rises higher because the dirt takes up some of the volume. My time, what Pasuk will teach us this: the deep calls to the deep to the sound of your pipes. So he learns it. Tray. It's deep to deep. Deep to deep is in the ground. That's double. Bring them out to the sound of your pipes to come on top. Then to home el tom korelo chavero malin mai connecto. The water which comes on high is male water, and the water which comes below is female water. In other words, the water on top is what causes the water on bottom to grow. And together, Matam, what part teaches this? Tiftach Oretz can open the land. Like a female opens before a male. The Yifriyesh, and they conceive and they begat salvation. Zu Pirivirivya, that's being fully multiplied. Utztokot, that's Miyach Yachad, and Tztoko, they will go together. Zu Yuridas Kishomim. In other words, this is the Tztoko which causes the combination between heaven and earth. The water is on high and the water is below, which in this case means that they're able, the vegetation grows as a result. Ani Hashem B'Asiv, I, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, created this way, in order that the world should be able to function properly. The rain comes down, lifts up the water table to the ground, and things grow, and water is available as a result. And that is the end of Tzadik, so we will stop here.